So I don't know if anybody really likes change, but hey, I guess we're going to do some of that, and we'll tell you a little about it coming up.
Right after this. Hi everybody, I'm Judy.
And I'm Jim, and welcome to It's a Highway Blog, where you get to travel the country with us, and you don't even have to change the channel. Well, we'll explain a little bit more about that, but you know.
Coming up.
Well, we already said that. We're going to do the video right now. You know, I just told Judy we're going to make this like 15 minutes long.
And I just said, seriously, you're going to time us?
We know that's not going to work. So anyway, hey, happy Saturday afternoon. Good at Saturday afternoon. We're still in Indianapolis, still at the truck stop.
I think it's evening now.
Evening, whatever.
Yeah.
It's close enough to...
It's going to get dark here pretty soon.
Yeah, so we have to hurry up. Don't want to have to get the torches out to keep everything running. So we thought we would sort of do a summation video.
We're still in Indy, by the way.
I said that.
Oh, did you already?
Yeah. Didn't pay attention.
I guess my listening ears were not on today.
Right. So we thought we would do a little bit of a summation video about all the changes we have done. And we sort of thought we got like 3 changes. We changed carriers. We changed basically the way we do business. We used to be truck owners, and now we're fleet owner drivers. This rolls right out of your mouth. Drivers.
Fleet owner drivers.
We no longer own the truck.
Or fleet owner.
And speaking of the truck, that's the 3rd big change. We are now in a totally different truck, new truck, brand new truck. Has less than 3,500 miles on it now. And so we thought we've mentioned the changes, but we thought we'd just sort of go through them one by one.
And we already mentioned your 4th change, which was your iPhone.
Yeah, my iPhone, we mentioned that
But that was
yesterday.
a your change, not an us change.
Yeah, that was just for me. Still not for sure how I feel about that. So anyway, first change, we no longer drive for FedEx Custom Critical. We are now leased on and drive for Landstar, Express America, the full name, if you have to get it all. These folks.
Rolls right off your tongue, right?
Yes. We were with FedEx for 9 years. Have nothing bad to say about them. They were a very good company. We just sort of felt it was time for a change. We've talked about for several years, I think ever since really we started, we've sort of talked about maybe eventually going and driving for Landstar. It is definitely a different way of doing business. It's more akin to having your own authority. You have to reach out to agents and get loads from them. You have to build relationships. There is no centralized dispatch. Mm-hmm. And they deal with people all over the country. And we are a very, very small portion of a huge company. Altogether, there's like 10,000 trucks that drive from Landstar.
Sounds like a lot.
But we are about 250 in the Express America division or so, and it's just straight trucks and vans here in the Express division. Oh, that's the lines are blurred with that.
That is blurred because the cold chain T-Val includes tractor and trailers.
Yeah. So you'll hear us refer to cold chain or T-Val. That's the temperature validated division-ish portion of Landstar Express America that we are trying to focus on somewhat.
Yeah. And trying to get used to the terminology too, because there's a difference between, like at FedEx was temperature, and here there's like a double kind of thing within the temperature, and I can't think of what the names of them are right now.
There's several
As
levels.
they say, learning new terminology.
Yeah, so that's a big change for us. So we decided it was just at that point we had sold our truck and stayed home basically for the summer.
Obviously, we've talked about that.
Yeah, stayed home. And then when we decided to come back out, we had the opportunity we originally thought we were going to go back and drive at FedEx for a fleet owner. We decided not to buy the truck, a new truck, and thank goodness we didn't. I don't know if we would have made it. Times got really tight with the freight and everything. And so when it came time to make the decision to let's get off our butts and go make some money, we were offered an opportunity to drive for Landstar with a fleet owner that we know, and we'll get to that in just a little bit. So we jumped
Glad
at the
you have
opportunity.
all this planned out that you were going to talk about. I'm just going to sit here and nod my head. And say,
You can interject at any time, hon. Anytime.
I'm allowed to talk?
Yes.
Are you serious?
In fact, I'm just going to sit here now.
No, actually, what I was going to say is about our change is that we, as a team in our marriage, have changed frequently through our careers. You know, every once in a while, it's just like,
right.
Let's go do something different. Hence, we came from education and IT into trucking. Within the education career, I kind of changed positions and places within education, and
right.
you went from different companies within IT.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, every so many years, it's just like, yeah, you know, we get kind of stagnant and we get complacent. You know, that's the worst thing about truck driving is when you just think that, you know, you're just driving down the road and you're really not, you're just driving down the road. And it just gets to the point where, okay, I don't remember the last 50 miles, you know?
Yeah. So we sort of got that where after a little while we get bored. I don't know if it's bored or complacency, but we were ready for a change.
A little both.
And the break from selling our truck and staying at home over the summer gave us the opportunity to be at that weird position where we felt like we could actually
kind of start over,
make a change. You talk to anybody in the industry and they will tell you if you go to Landstar, you're going to struggle for a little bit just because you have to build those relationships with the agents, and you're sort of left. I don't want to say you're left on your own. That's not true. There are plenty of resources out there, and Landstar seems to be very supportive, but you have to reach out to them.
Although they send us emails,
yeah, they do,
with videos and things and how to promote your business and how to, you know,
right,
do better.
I guess I don't want to give the impression that they are not there. They are, and but you have to do the work. They don't do it for you. And not to say that was the way it was at FedEx, but I think there was a little bit more. You were only dealing with one number. You called FedEx, and that's the number you called. Now we might have, who knows how many people
how many people on our phone contact list
we have to call. And even with Landstar, there's just not. With FedEx, there is one FedEx Custom Critical office. That's it, as far as I know. So when you dial that one number, you go to FedEx, and then they route you to wherever you need to talk to. With Landstar, there's offices, several offices throughout the country, at Rockford, Illinois, and Jacksonville, Florida. Apparently there's offices in Atlanta and Texas, and who knows, just, you know. And sometimes when you talk to someone, you're not really for sure where you're talking to. So it's just a different change a little bit. It's more spread out, maybe more, I like to refer to it as more wild west. Just it's a little more open range, I guess, than FedEx was, but we'll see. Anyway, enough of that.
On to the next change.
The next change, we went from being owner operators. We had owned our own truck for 5 years, 5.5 years, and once we sold the truck, we weren't really for sure if we were going to buy another truck, and then we decided we weren't going to buy another truck. And then we still mulled around in our head, do we want to try to buy another truck? And we hit upon the decision, let's not do that.
Well, the times were a little uncertain with freight, and when we had come off the road after we sold our truck, freight was really quite down. And looking at our finances, it was, you know, would this be a thing to do right then? And for us, it was not a good decision. You know, we needed to step back and say, hey, you know, we need to really think about this and the way the freight is currently, you know. And as trucking goes, it's always like this, you know. So we knew it would go back eventually. It may take some more time, and, you know, it even this year it's been kind of roller coaster-ish.
Well, and not to say this, but I'm going to say it.
What are you going to say?
We, as with our experience and being owner operators, when we decided that we were going to drive for a fleet owner, we talked to quite a few people, and we are sort of, this sounds horrible, but I'm just going to call it, we are sort of a hot commodity. It's true. It's experience, and that's what it is. It's the experience.
Not boasting or bragging or anything like that.
No, there are definitely people out here that know more about this than we do and do a much better job. But I'm just, with our experience, on top of the 9 years of actually doing this, 5 years of actually owning a truck, so we were more experienced than someone that would just stroll in off the street. It's a hard time.
Which we did that at the beginning. But strolled right in off the street.
With freight being the way it is, there's a hesitancy for someone to put a brand new team in a truck that has to just find out everything that goes along with doing what we're doing. Yeah, sure, there's people that can do it, and that's awesome, but we would probably stand a little bit better chance of being successful. Maybe that might be the owner's thought. So anyway, to make a long story short, we talked to several owners, and originally we were going to go back to FedEx. But we have one fleet owner that we know personally, have known for 7-8 years now. Yeah, he owns a small fleet. We are the 6th truck that he has on right now. He still has trucks at FedEx. He now has 2 trucks, I believe, at Landstar, and he gave us the opportunity to, do you want to go to Landstar? And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? We'll try that.
We'll be guinea pigs. It's all right. Good thing the other team's the first guinea pigs,
yes.
And we're the second guinea pig.
Yes, but we've done a video before on what to look for good fleet owners, and the fleet owner that we are driving for is Cyclone Expediting. They're based in Illinois, and the president, our friend, is John Kelsch, and we've known John forever. And fortunately for us, we know 2 of his teams that have driven for him, I believe.
3 teams, actually.
Yeah, 3 teams
altogether,
now.
Yeah.
But one of the teams is the very first team that started driving for him. They're still driving for him. Another team that we know, that we have actually known since before we started driving, went
to the first expo before either one of us started driving.
And they are driving and have been driving with him, I believe, for 5 years. And so, we know how he does business. He's just awesome. So we decided that was really basically who we wanted to drive for.
Mm-hmm.
We felt we were a good fit. We know his teams. We fit in very well with his teams. We're friends with them. They've been very open with stuff. John's been just fantastic with his truck. Just can't say enough about him, the way he's treated us. Anything that we've wanted or asked for that within reason and made sense business wise, he's done. Just far beyond what someone needed to do.
And we appreciate that so much, coming back into, we have our own stuff that we put in the truck, but he has gone above and beyond with what he's helped us with.
And he expects us to drive the truck basically as if it was still our own truck, which is a little weird getting used to, because now I have to ask before I do something. Which I'm okay with, but it's weird because for 5.5 years I didn't have to do that, and now like if I want something fixed or I need something for the truck, it's like my first instinct is just, let's just go get it fixed, and then I'm like, hey, wait a second, not my truck.
It's not my money. It's not my.
So anyway, that's a big change for us. But obviously, I think we've made a very good decision.
For the time being.
I don't worry about John. I worry about us. But anyway, we're very, very happy with that decision, and so happy and fortunate that he had a truck open and was willing to put his faith in us to take a brand new truck to a brand new carrier. Pretty much.
Sounds a little scary when you say that out loud.
Yeah, but
brand new truck, brand new carrier.
Yeah, but we're not.
At least we don't add the 3. Yeah, the brand new team is what I was going to say.
We're not brand new.
We're not brand new.
So anyway, I think we made a good decision there, and we'll see. And then the third big change, sort of goes along with John, and but is the truck itself. We were 5.5 years in our little single axle, couldn't hardly haul anything in the truck. We were in that truck for a while, and now we're in this brand new truck.
It did make us good money.
Yes, it did.
And we did okay with that.
Yeah,
our truck.
There was a couple of bumps along the way. You don't expect to replace an engine at 621,000 miles. No one ever does, but we did. But other than that...
And it taught us a lot.
Yeah.
It really did.
Now we are in a dual drive, what they call a twin screw truck. So there's 4 tires on each axle, and there's 2 drive axles back on the back of the truck and 1 single in the front. So we can haul a lot more weight. We're capable of hauling around 13,500 pounds in this truck, where our other truck was limited to about 3,500 pounds.
And with all our junk in it, I'm sure some of you out here who have a dual axle can haul a lot more than we can, because we got so much junk, including ourselves, in the truck. And all those jars we did at home, you know, they weigh a little bit more than the cans.
One of the change, you know, that's different about the truck. It's a twin screw truck, more weight. Box is slightly smaller. This is a 20-foot box. The box we had on the other truck was 22 feet.
So we have to change our mindset onto how many pallets we can get in here. And
you know, we should be able to fit 10 pallets, regular pallets back there.
Just can't have anything on the floor.
Yeah, nothing on the floor, and we'll have to move them around a little bit to be able to do that. Before we had a little bit of wiggle room. Now we have no wiggle room whatsoever back there. But other than that, I mean, the truck, as far as the truck itself, this is a 2020 Cascadia, as opposed to our old 2015. Vastly different. Doesn't even look like the same truck. The insides are different. They've refined, and I feel it's a better truck than what we were in.
Well, I should hope after 5 years they've figured out how to do things a little differently with some of this.
Our old truck had a 10-speed transmission. This has a 12-speed. Totally different way that it shifts. This truck will actually get up and go when you push on the fuel.
Nice and awesome.
You know, our other truck seemed like it took about 30 seconds to get up to about 25 mile an hour. And this one does it just like you would expect. It just goes.
The other thing that I like, and you know, forgive me everybody, but I don't know anywhere in between the 15s and the 20s and what it was capable of doing in those years in between. But I like the where you can kind of coast, or not coast, but it kind of moves really slowly.
Creep mode.
Yes. Backwards and forwards. It's kind of cool. Yeah, you know, I went through the scale, and I didn't even have to touch my brake or my gas, and it actually went the 3 mile an hour it was asking me to do. Yeah. It was kind of cool.
It's just a change. The way that you actually shift gears, the shifter on the side of the steering wheel is different. And backwards.
That's still, we gotta get used to.
Because you turned it one way in the other truck to go backwards, and now you turn the shifter another way to go backwards.
Yeah, it was, you know, reverse was down.
Yeah. Maybe.
No,
we don't remember.
No, reverse was up and drive was down. Now drive is up and reverse is down.
Yeah, so a little bit different there. The Jake brake's in a different position.
The Jake brake's awesome. It's just on the handle.
It's almost like a turn signal.
So cool.
And so just a little difference. This truck has a deer guard on the front. Hopefully we never need that, but it's very substantial. So that's different changes. You know, we still have a lift gate. It's still a refrigerated truck. We
still got all the equipment in the back, our pallet jack, lift gate. You know,
so
we already said that.
That's not a big change.
Straps.
So there's changes, but it's very, very similar. You know, it's not like we're, you know, all of a sudden going to go out and be marine biologists.
But on the marketing side, when we talk to our Landstar agents, it's just like we have a fully equipped truck.
Right.
And we have, you know, we've said we have all the bells and whistles. We have load bars, we have straps, we have pallet jack, we have lift gate. You know, we have all those things that you may want, you know, on occasion.
Right.
You know, hopefully more than one occasion.
Right. So we're set up like that. You know, we still have an own generator. We are going to do the truck tour tomorrow, hopefully.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
You know, when somebody sets plans, that sometimes they don't work out. You promised. I never said anything.
We'll get to that.
I don't promise things.
One nice thing I have on this truck we didn't have on the other is I have more toolboxes than I need.
Oh, that is awesome.
We have 5 outside toolboxes. They're all big, and we do have stuff in all of them. Still trying to figure that out. Actually, yeah, we've actually got food on the outside of the truck. We decided to
extras.
Throw some stuff in the side box that we just dry goods that we don't like need, and
extra paper towels, you know, that kind of stuff.
So, but we do have tools in several of the boxes and filters and all kinds of fun stuff. But it's just sort of interesting to try to get all that. The sleeper is so different than our old sleeper in the way that the cupboards are much deeper, and it's just trying to figure out where everything needs to go.
I think we've kind of gone on that before.
Yeah, we have.
And Jim really isn't going to do a video on each one of the cupboards.
No, I won't. That would just be bad. I'm going to do a video on each small section of each cupboard. So there'll be about 57. No. No, we'll just do one nice video. It won't be too terribly long, and hopefully somebody will watch it.
Who? Me?
I don't know. Somebody will. But anyway, I guess that's what we wanted to go through, our 3 big changes. I don't know. You know, I hear people that go through a midlife crisis. We're probably way past that. So this is, you know, not a midlife crisis. I guess it could be. You know, some pretty big changes.
Halfway to 100, we're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, a little bit older than that, guys.
A few years back. I remember those days. Yeah.
I remember when.
But so we just wanted to bring you guys all up to speed. If the 2 of you that are still here watching at this point, we appreciate everything. Please like our videos, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel.
And sorry, this was kind of a serious video, guys.
Yeah.
We are what we are. Sometimes we got it and sometimes we don't.
I think people will enjoy the day. So.
Oh, yes. Enjoy your Saturday.
Yes.
What's left of it.
Yeah. And we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. I know it's weird. We're doing like daily videos again.
I know. Now everybody's going to stop watching because we're doing it every day.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to say something about that tomorrow. We're up to 380 subscribers.
Woohoo!
So we gained like 65 subscribers or so while we were off.
So, yeah, does that say something, guys? Should we stop doing videos?
So anyway, we will thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, and if not, in the next video.
Yep. So long, everybody.
Good night.